Hey guys, so in this video we're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to whiteboard a few principles for you, and today we're going to talk about the Facebook bidding model. And it starts really with this principle of total value, and it's built out in this equation here. So we'll start from left to right. So here you have your advertiser bid. So that is how much you put in the platform, what you think you're willing to spend on that particular audience. Within Ads Manager, there's a field that says bid, and you can sort of, you place that bid into the system. So this is the thing that you control directly, and you can spend as little or as much as you want based on your particular audience. And then the next portion of the equation is the estimated action rate. And so what that is Facebook estimating how much this particular ad is going to either sort of an estimated click-through rate, an estimated conversion rate, depending on how you've set up that campaign and what you're optimizing it to. Facebook will, after a certain amount of interactions, it'll start to learn how effective that campaign is and develop the estimated action rate. And so you have these two elements multiplied together, and then you add in relevance. As you can see down here, what I've written is these two components are in green. They represent the advertiser value. And over here in the blue is the user experience. And that's something that Facebook is sort of near and dear to their heart, right? Is balancing those two factors. They want to develop good tools and add value to the advertisers who are spending money on their platform, but they also don't want to wreck their user experience, right? And you've probably seen, I think particularly in the early days of Facebook, advertisers could spend thousands and thousands of dollars on ads promoting, six-pack abs and all these different kind of things that were just a lot of clickbait and sort of not relevant, because you may already have six-pack abs, right? And so they weren't relevant, and people were just spending gobs of money kind of blasting out these terrible ads, and it ruined the user experience. And so now the relevance is actually part of the equation. So for instance, let's run a few scenarios. So you can have a really high bid, and let's say that your ad is terrible, the creative is garbage, and people aren't clicking on it. Then you have a low estimated action rate. If people aren't clicking on it, it's likely not relevant. And so a couple of things will happen. Either you will have to pay more in order to get your message out, and so it actually sort of penalizes the advertiser for having an ad that's ineffective, or you just won't be shown to a lot of people. Facebook will start sort of throttling your ad because you won't be as competitive. Another instance is maybe you have a very low advertiser bid, but you have very high estimated action rate and high relevance. And so in this instance, because your bid is multiplied by your action rate, if you have a very high action rate, it's actually going to, in your total value equation, it's going to lift your bid. And so if you have really good creative, if you are targeting it properly, if it's relevant to your target market, you will actually pay less in the auction for your ad by virtue of your bid being much higher. And so this is how they calculate total value. And so these are the two principles I really want to highlight. The advertiser bid, that's something that you can control, but these two things are sort of quality assurance for the Facebook ecosystem. If you have a really good estimated action rate, you have something that people are going to click and engage with, and it's relevant to the audience that you're targeting, you can actually kind of punch above your weight class. This is particularly important for small to medium-sized businesses. You can kind of compete head-to-head with big corporations who are spending gobs of money if you can kind of focus on your estimated action rate and your relevance.